children, it's Mrs. Lee here. It's assembly number 6 and it's the week beginning Monday the 20th of May. How are you? I hope that you're okay. Me? I'm okay too. Thank you. Right, come with me. Let's do our routine. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Well, I can see that the long hand, which is the minute hand, the yellow one, is pointing to the number 12. And I know that that means, yes, you're right, it means o'clock. I look to the hour hand, which is the short hand, which is the green pencil, is pointing to the number 4. I put it all together and I get, that's right, it's 4 o'clock. Miss Reed still wants us in this month of May to remember how to speak in Filipino. Kamusta? Kamusta? Can you say kamusta? Fabulous work there, children. And behind me, there you can see, it's our Makaton sign of the week, and it's changed. Now you know some of this. I know you know this one, which means happy. And this one means birthday. Put it all together, happy birthday. Can you sign happy birthday? Happy birthday. Is anybody having a birthday? Well, I don't know if you know, but many hundreds of years ago, there was a lady called Mary Anning. Can you say her name? Mary Anning. Now, Mary Anning is no longer with us, but she was very good at exploring. She was very curious. She liked to discover things. Now, they're lovely words, aren't they? Being curious, liking to discover things, find out things, explore. Are you like Mary Anning? Do you like to explore? Have a little look with me at the pictures I'm going to show you now. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Did you see? What do you think that Mary Anning used to try to go and explore? What do you think she was trying to find out more about? What was she curious about? Do you know? That's right, fossils. Now, on my display, there's lots and lots of books about fossils, and there's also some books about Mary Anning. And as I said, it was her birthday a couple of 100 years ago, but now we celebrate it on the 21st. So that is on Tuesday. So if you're watching this on Monday, it will be tomorrow. If you're watching this on Friday, it was a couple of days ago. All right. Now she's no longer here to celebrate her birthday. However, we like to think about it because I like the fact that Mary Anning was a girl, and then Mary Anning did something pretty amazing. She had one of our Hartford heroes. Do you know which one? Yeah, it could be problem solving. Could be teamwork because she liked to work with her brother. It was actually the one I was thinking of was perseverance. Now, if you are a fossil hunter, if you're curious about something, if you're a scientist, or maybe if you're a paleontologist or an archaeologist, now there's some long words, if you want to find out more about something, sometimes you need some patience and you need to persevere. That means you don't give up. Now, Mary Anning didn't give up. I'm going to show you something. There's Mary Anning in this book here. Mary Anning lived in a place called Lyme Regis, which is down south. It's probably a couple of 100 miles away from Huntingdon. Take a couple of hours in a car to get there. And she actually lived near the seaside. How lucky for her. And she lived with her daddy, and they didn't have very much money. Now, back in the olden days, I think you probably know this, don't you? You probably remember this from other lessons that we've done in history. They didn't have any electricity. They didn't have televisions, and they didn't have PlayStations or Xboxes or any of those sorts of things that are used for entertainment. She had to entertain herself. Now, she didn't have very much money, so she couldn't buy books, and there wasn't any libraries at the time like we have in Huntingdon, where we can go and get books if we haven't got very much money. She liked to go out with her dad, and she liked to go exploring with her dad. There's a really lovely picture here. You can see that they're near the rocks, the cliffs, near to the seaside, and there she is with her dad. You can see it's in the olden days because looking at the clothes. And her dad's found something. Now, first of all, they didn't know what they were. They used to call them curios. They used to call them curiosities. And actually, the way that Mary Anning made some money was to go and sell the curiosities. So she'd go down to the beach and she would collect all the different types of fossils that she could find. So she might be on the beach and she might find something amazing like this. Now, it's quite a big picture. They're not usually as big as this, but she'd find something like that. And because lots of people in those times were pretty amazed by these, they were curious too. They thought that they were great treasures and they would use their money to buy them from Mary Anning. That's a good thing, wasn't it? Now, Mary Anning had a dog as well, and her dog liked to go out exploring with her. Like I said, every day she was down on the beach. Didn't matter whether it was sun shining or there was rain coming down. She'd be out on the beach and she would be searching for these fossils, or as she called them, the curiosities. And one day her dog was barking very loudly indeed. She could hear him. And when she looked up, he was up on the cliff and he was barking at something. Now, I don't know if you know this, but where there is a coastline, where the rain comes down and where the sea lashes up, it sometimes makes the land erode. That means it starts falling away. I don't know if you've ever been to Hunstanton Beach. If you're ever lucky enough, maybe this half term, you might find that there are parts of the cliff where you can't go near them because it starts to crumble and it starts to fall down and break. Now, Mary Anning went up exploring. Now, you mustn't do this, all right, but she did. She climbed up and she started to pull the dirt and the rocks away. She was clearing it away, and then all of a sudden she started to find a huge fossil. All right, now it was a fossil of an Ichthyosaurus. Oh, that's a long word, isn't it? I'll see if I can find you a picture. Here's the Ichthyosaurus. Can you see that? She found that in the cliffs at Lyme Regis near the beach, where she went every day. And she didn't find it the first time she went looking. She'd been out there looking for a long, long time, and then she found that huge treasure. Now, word of that, now remember, there's no mobile phones, okay, there's no email, all right, but word got through to London, and these gentlemen came down. They were really amazed by Mary Anning, and they saw in her house all the curiosities, all those fossils, and some of them were very tiny and some of them were quite big, that she had been finding and she'd been selling. And they wanted that Ichthyosaurus, or they wanted to take it down to a museum and find out more about it, to find out more about all the different animals that are no longer with us anymore, that are extinct. And they gave her some money. It wasn't very much money, actually. It worked out to about £1,400, which isn't a lot, really. But to Mary Anning it was. And it meant that her and her family could live a little bit more comfortably. So rather than just having soup for lunch every day and soup for dinner every day, they could buy some different foods. That's good, isn't it? Maybe do some repairs around their house, because I believe it was quite rickety, especially in the cold months of winter when the wind would blow off the sea. But there you go. Now, so it is Mary Anning's, oh, can you remember the sign? That's right, birthday. So we're going to say happy birthday to Mary Anning, and thank you to Mary Anning, because she helped us to find out more about the world around us. I'm hoping that you are feeling curious. I wonder if over half term you might go to the Sedgwick Museum. Now, the Sedgwick Museum, would you like to see a picture? 3, 2, 1. In the Sedgwick Museum, they've got lots and lots of different fossils, and they've got one of those huge, it's not really a dinosaur skeleton, it's a model of it, but there is one that you can go and have a look at and see the size of it. It's huge. I wonder if you can persuade your grown-up to take you to Cambridge on a really lovely little trip and go and have a look. You don't have to pay any money to get in, all right? How exciting would that be? Wonder if you'll come and tell me all about it. Right then, children, I'm going to stop being curious now. I am going to put this book back on my display. Remember, we put things back after we've read them. If you come in the hall to have your dinner, if you're reading on the bench while you are waiting till it's your turn, maybe you'll pick up this book, or this book, or maybe this book about Mary Anning, and find out more. Be a bit curious. Who knows what you're going to know? Who knows what you're going to find out? Right then, children, let's finish there with our school prayer. Remember, help me to do the things I should, to be to others kind and good, in all my work and all my play, to grow more loving every day. Amen. Have a brilliant week, children, especially over half term. If I don't see you, I'm hoping that you're going to be very helpful to your grown-ups. I hope that you're going to be safe. Make sure you're happy. And also, one more thing, get reading. Bye.